Scott Frank's second Netflix limited series tells a refined coming-of-age story about a prodigious chess player struggling with addiction and despair. The Queen's Gambit is quite the risky proposition in itself. The 7-part Netflix limited series features an emerging star in Anya Taylor-Joy, the breakout best known for her work in horror hits like The Witch and Split, is already a favorite of critics and youths alike. And yet if her captivating performance is already a given, the surrounding story's allure is anything but. Scott Frank's adaptation of Walter Tevis' 1983 novel focuses on a subject typically deployed in film and television as a metaphor, usually by mature writers and aimed at a similarly senior audience. Chess, after all, is rarely described as a young person's game. Nor is it particularly compelling to watch. Small wooden pieces being slowly slid around a tabletop doesn't easily lend itself to absorbing cinema, especially given the challenging nature of the game itself. Pawn Sacrifice, Computer Chess, and even the Pixar short, Geri's Game, earned praise for their depictions, but none set the world on fire. The Queen's Gambit may be the exception. It deserves to be, and Frank's last limited series certainly was, when he took another out-of-fashion genre, the Western, and turned Godless into a sizable hit, considering its cultural impact. That same delicate attention to character, sterling production design via Babylon Berlin's Uli Hanisch, and excellent performances from a well-chosen cast turn his second Netflix limited series about chess into an absorbing coming-of-age story with more on its mind than what's on the board. Take, for instance, its opening tease. Employing the tried-and-true flashback structure, Frank's story starts in 1967 Paris, as a young woman, Taylor-Joy, wakes up and drags herself out of the bathtub, scrambles to put herself together in her trashed hotel suite, and knocks back a few pills with an airplane bottle of vodka before racing downstairs for her chess match. When she sits down across from her opponent, memories race through her head, and the story starts over 10 years earlier, where Beth Harmon, played by Isla Johnston as a 9-year-old, is orphaned by a car crash and sent to live at the Methuen Home for girls. In and of itself, this preview of what's to come doubles as an assurance of what kind of story you're watching. You know Beth will become a chess star. You know she'll do so while struggling with addiction. Very soon after the time jump, you even know how her mother died and what happened to her father. The Queen's Gambit isn't a mystery, nor is it framed like a traditional sports story. You know she's going to win, if not all, then most of the matches she plays, so the suspense isn't derived from the games themselves. It comes from how she wins and why.